I am ready.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. It is 9:30. Thank you, thank you. I'd like to call the meeting of the Human Services Committee to order. Please call the roll.
Chair Swarzy,
Here.
Member Cahill,
Here.
Member Garcia,
Here.
Member Desart,
Here.
Member Galassi.
Here.
Member LaPlante.
Hey, do we have any public comment?
No public comment.
Well, I'd like to welcome the members that aren't typically on this committee here today. We have a full house, so thank you guys for being here. Do any members on the committee have any comments this time? Okay, seeing none, I just want to let this committee know that Mary Catherine will be updating this committee with the Small Human Services Grant Program on what the next steps will be. She'll be doing that under old business, so I just want to let you guys know. And I also want to remind everybody that on May 14th, Loaves and Fishes, I mentioned this at our last meeting, they will be giving a tour of their updated facility at 1 p.m. And there will be a volunteer opportunity as well. And I would encourage everyone to attend if they can. I know it's a work day during the middle of the day, so I know some people can't, but they will also be discussing their expansion plans. They are planning on expanding their facility. So if you can make it, that'd be great.
For the record, when LaPlante has arrived.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Okay, I will take a motion to approve the minutes, item 25-12-11, the Human Services Committee regular meeting from Tuesday, April 15th, 2025. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. I'll take a motion on FIR 7025, acceptance and appropriation of the Illinois Department of Healthcare and Family Services Access and Visitation Grant for program year 26 in the amount of $102,000.
Second.
Any discussion here? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. I'll take a motion on FIR 7225, revision to the personnel budget.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion here? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. I'll take a motion on FIR 7925, acceptance and appropriation of additional funding for the DuPage Care Center Fund in the amount of $724,500.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. I'll take a motion on HSP 2125, recommendation for the approval of a contract purchase order to Airgas USA LLC for liquid medical oxygen central supply system for the DuPage Care Center for the period June 1st, 2025 through May 31st, 2029 for a total contract amount not to exceed $125,661.21.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? I'll take a motion on HSP 2225, recommendation for the approval of a contract to White and Company to provide professional architectural and engineering design for modernization and upgrades to the DuPage Care Center East building for the period May 13th, 2025 through May 31st, 2026 for a contract total not to exceed $724,500. Professional services vetted through a qualification-based selection process in compliance with the Illinois Local Government Professional Service Selection Act 50 ILCS 510.0.01. Okay, you need a second? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you. I'll take a motion on 25-12-12, recommendation for the approval of a contract purchase order to Medline Industries for replacement recliners for the residents at the DuPage Care Center for the period May 7th, 2025 through November 30th, 2025 for a contract total amount not to exceed $27,949.45. Okay, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Member Garcia,
Aye.
Member Desart,
Aye.
Member Galassi,
Aye.
Member LaPlante,
Aye.
Member Cahill,
Aye.
Chair Swarzy.
Aye. Thank you. I'll take a motion on budget transfer item 25-12-13. Transfer of funds from the regular salaries account and the employer share IMRF account and the employer share social security account and the employee medical and hospital insurance account, the wireless communication service account, the travel expense account, instruction and schooling account, and the operating supplies and materials account to the wearing apparel account, the promotional materials account in the amount of $21,176 to cover the purchase of uniform and promotional items for the 211 Illinois program
So
grant.
moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank motion on 25-12-14 Community Services Director to attend the NACO Annual Conference in Philadelphia from July 9, 2025 through July 15, 2025. Expenses to include registration, transportation, lodging, and per diems for an approximate total amount of $3,720.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Member Garcia.
Aye.
Member Desart.
Aye.
Member Galassi.
Aye.
Member LaPlante.
Aye.
Member Cahill.
Aye.
Chair Swarzy.
Aye. Thank you. I will take a motion to combine consent items 10A, 10B, 10C, and 10D.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Take a motion to approve item 25-12-15. Add the care systems contract as purchase orders decreasing the amount of $30,392.16 and closing due to the purchase order expiring. Item 25-12-16 KCI USA Inc. This purchase order is decreasing in the amount of $22,449.76 and closing due to the purchase order expiring. Item 25-12-17 McKesson Medical Surgical Government Solutions. This purchase order is decreasing the amount of $453,494.87 and closing due to purchase order expiring. And item 25-12-18 Performance Food Service. This purchase order is decreasing the amount of $17,476.14 and closing due to purchase order expiring.
Second.
Okay, any discussion here? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you guys very much. We do not have any residency waivers, so I'll have Janelle give us a DuPage Care Center update, please.
Sure. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'm very happy to announce that the 3-center dementia unit was approved yesterday for occupancy.
Yay.
It's very bizarre. So we've done 3 units and through this process, and every unit has gone through a different process through the state with between different departments such as licensure, certification, healthcare regulation. So sometimes the architect does an inspection, sometimes the clinical nurse does an inspection, sometimes one's not communicating with the other. So for multiple weeks, I've been contacting all these different offices, like, where does this lie? And then I just got a letter that was not very clear. And so I had to email her back and say, is this our approval to occupy? And she said yes last night. So we're very happy. That is the dementia unit. We have numerous people waiting to admit, in addition to the ones that we currently have. So we're very excited about that. We do not have any COVID cases, and we are not wearing masks at the care center right now. So we're really excited about that. So that's all I have. Any questions for me?
When will the resident from floor 2 move up to floor 3?
So we already did that.
Okay.
We didn't, so we kept right now the dementia unit is on 3. It moved with 2. So that right now, technically, we are down 3 units. And so when we move people to 3-center, then that will open up some more space on 2. So, yeah.
And when will that begin?
We're hoping to get them moved by Monday. We don't mess around. So
And then construction will begin after that?
construction's already started on 2 north and 2 south. They've already done the mitigation, and they are gonna start demo here in some areas this week.
Okay, great.
So yeah, you have to do it quicker.
Any other questions for Janelle? Great, thank you so much. On to our community services update with Mary Keating.
Good morning. When Northern Illinois Food Bank was here, member LaPlante asked if they could provide information ongoing on sort of new individuals, new folks who signed up at the food pantries. They got back to us on that with numbers since January. So Northern Illinois Food Bank has an online software system that 21 of the agencies use. People's Resource Center and Loaves and Fishes use different systems. So this represents 21 of the food pantries in DuPage. The numbers are basically, I mean, they're very steady every single month. January 1569, February 1494, March 1514, April 1479. So they're very, within a small percentage variation. So it seems like they're fairly steady. Obviously, we'll keep an eye on that. So they'll be providing this in an ongoing basis, but at least we have a baseline for the first 4 months of the year. So, and then the other thing is lots of terrible news in the president's proposed budget for basically everything that we do in our department. I guess on the positive side, or a way to look at it, is in the first Trump administration, all 4 years, he proposed eliminating pretty much all of the same programs. All 4 years, Congress reinstated them. And Congress often takes the president's proposed budget as a suggestion, and then they set it aside and they work it out amongst themselves. And so obviously we'll be keeping a very close eye on the various committees and appropriations as we see the markups. And we reach out. So there are lots of coalitions from, from NACO to NACED, and coalitions for aging, coalitions for community action agencies that are reaching out to members of Congress. And so this might be something maybe the legislative committee might want to work on, maybe finance might want to work on as we kind of reach out to our members. And so let's see, I think that's all I have. Yeah.
So regarding the conference in July, hopefully you'll come back and give us a report
Sure.
on what the latest information that you have from all your different colleagues and so
Sure.
forth.
Be
Great,
happy
thank
to do
you.
that.
I just like to know.
And just a plug for, NACO does webinars all the time on, in fact, they just went through a series called The First 100 Days, where every single week, NACO was doing kind of updates on what was happening with executive orders and immigration and budgets. And they're all available online. If you're interested, you can go to the NACO website and watch them all. But certainly there will be more information coming, I'm sure, in July, and I'll be happy to bring that back.
Remember,
Thank you, Chair. Just wanted to say thank you so much for the update, Mary. I appreciate it. And as we keep going, hopefully this will be able to, obviously we'll keep an eye on it, but maybe we can use it a little bit as like a prognosticator for what's coming and be prepared with things.
See what happens.
Mhm.
thank you
Thank
for all you
Okay.
do, Mary, for
Sure.
this, our entire county. So thank you so much.
Sure.
All right. Do any members have any old business? Okay, I'll have Mary Catherine come up and share update with our Small Human Services Grant Program.
I have a 3-slide PowerPoint, very brief. This is the program. You guys remember it? Mostly, almost everybody, except for a few will remember it from last time around. The money's gonna go out to each county board district. It's $175,000 per district. We did change this year to $30,000. We review it and then it gets presented to committee. Next slide. This is today. Most important date for you guys is this date. That's the 14th. So that's when we're hoping. I see like a look of like, it's not enough time. So we'll talk about that at the end. We're flexible. But that's tentatively what we're thinking to meet this date, to approve it at that date. So, so it's coming, right? You're gonna get all your information today. I'll talk about that in a second. Okay, next slide. This is the breakdown of what we got this time. So here's the 6 districts. We got 34 eligible applications. And the most important or key part of this list is that every district got $175,000. So the max on all of these was 175. You can see here, the only district though where the request exceeded the 175 was District 4. So, so I know I saw that original look of like, how are we gonna get this done by this date? This year is actually easier than last year. You know, there might be a couple in some of your districts that you don't like and you want to exclude, but for the most part, with the exception of District 4, you're not gonna have that problem where you're gonna be having to make tough decisions about what you can and can't do. I might say about District 4 that if you want to do a few, and for those of you guys that were here last year, you remember that we did this, like there was some proration that we did in some cases. I mean, you can do in or out, or you can do less for one. So we're totally flexible, and frankly, having dealt with these applicants, I think they're flexible too. You know, for them, something is better than nothing. So that's up to you guys' decision. So this is, strangely though, it's like last year. Let me see the next slide. Is that it? Okay, a couple, it feels too short, especially the way I like to talk. This year is very similar to what we did last year. And, you know, we tweaked a lot of things this year, but like last year with round one, we had 37 grantees that were awarded. We had 67 applicants. That's like 55%. This year we had 34 applicants, 76 out of 76 applications. That's 45%, but you know, 37, 34, very close in numbers. Of the ones that are eligible this year, only 13 were new. So again, some of these, definitely a large number of these look familiar. Next steps. We are going to send out today. I wanted to walk through the PowerPoint this morning, but by close of business today, we're going to send you a packet. Packets, again, going to be like last year. It has about 4 things in it. One is directions. So if you're like, yeah, I don't remember last year, which I don't remember last year. So there's a fair amount of detail in it. Directions about what you're going to do. Second, it's got summary spreadsheet, which is going to kind of look familiar. You're going to see the eligible projects. So when we went through some of the ineligible, there's more detail, but on this, it's going to be mostly like this project's eligible. They're all going to say eligible. The third thing it's going to have in there is our staff review. And it's mostly to show that we had a lot of steps in this process. There were a number of people that were included, like Connor reviewed things, the White's team reviewed things, we reviewed things, we went through and checked through all the documents. So the check boxes are on there, you can see it. It also gives in our words what the project is, which can be a bit more concise in terms of what you're actually funding. And then the last thing is their application. So you can see, you know, the difference between if you're like, hey, this isn't enough. I can't tell from this, you know, small 2 sentences what's in here. You can kind of go through it. And in a few cases, there's information that's in the budget section that might not be in the long description. We try to go through as staff and, you know, make it shorter and make it clearer for you so that you didn't have to pour through it, but it's there if you're interested in it. And again, for District 4, yeah, exactly, you may be pouring through some of the backup information a little bit more than the others.
Last year too.
Yeah, I know. Better news for District 5 this year because a little fewer for them. So again, the plan is for you, we can talk about the deadline. Right now, we're thinking we wanted to have everything back by the 14th so we can get things ready for the next Human Services Committee on the 20th. I defer to the chair, you know, if anybody thinks that's not enough time, but
No, it's not enough time for me for how many I have for my district. I'll just put that out there.
I was just gonna say, I think it's plenty of time, if we, you know, get right on it, because the quicker we approve on 5/20, the quicker we can get the money out to our nonprofits.
So, I certainly understand Member LaPlante's concerns, because I think there were 11 applications in District 4.
Yeah, can you go back
It
to
is-
that slide?
Yes, okay. So it will obviously take some time to go through those, and obviously you and Member Eckhoff and Member Ozog will have to sort of, you know, come to some conclusion. Mary Catherine, well, I mean, you're taking about a week from the time.
yeah, it's mostly driven by, so that's Wednesday. I'm not really, I have Katrina here in the room. I'm kind of not supposed to say that there might be flexibility on the Wednesday date. But I think for some District 4 members, there might be flexibility like close of business on Thursday, Katrina. Katrina could tell member LaPlante now.
And before,
Well, stand by. Go ahead, member
What,
Gillespie.
I mean, I understand the position that District 4 is in. What if everyone else commits to getting theirs done on the 14th so that it takes, that pressure off and then they can have another day or day and a half to get a little bit more time?
I think that's, I think that's
Great idea.
reasonable.
It's actually Karen, not Katrina, because it's the Human Services agenda, not the
Oh,
finance.
Karen.
No pressure,
Karen's one opposed to the
No
Human
pressure,
Services.
No
Karen.
pressure.
But, for finance to, I mean, is that the timeline just solely based on getting it on the agenda?
Yeah.
So you're not needed.
At this point,
Don't
it's
take that
very
the wrong
simple
way.
for us.
Right.
You guys submit the information to us. I know, like, we provided a spreadsheet that's like, hey, send us back the spreadsheet, delete the lines you don't want. But frankly, you could retype it or call us or, it's not that, it's not that complicated.
Okay,
We just need
okay.
to know which ones you want. So whatever format.
Go ahead.
And just as a refresher, for example, every district gets 175,000, but we're only using 159. So all of that money that's left over goes back into the pot for future loaves of fishes or food insecurity.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
Yes. member
Can
LaPlante.
any of that extra money be put forth to example, District 4 that
Yeah,
has, I mean,
We had talked about that the first time and we talked about it a couple weeks ago and, the goal is to make sure each district gets the same amount of money and we, remember if we voted on it, but we certainly came to, sort of consensus that we weren't going to do that. So puts District 4 in a tough spot,
yeah, it
but
does. Yeah,
but,
because we have
um,
so many more applicants and this is how it was last year. And I mean, it's a lot of work.
Sure.
And then it was difficult sometimes getting the,
the others on board.
you got it.
Yeah,
Thank you for
yes.
saying it.
The money will be used, for human services
Yeah.
issues down the road, so we
Yeah.
won't lose
Yeah,
that
it won't
money.
be wasted,
But
right?
yeah.
Okay.
So, thank you for asking. So,
Mhm.
okay, so what I'm hearing is, well, what I'd like the committee members on this committee to do is, make sure you communicate with the rest of the members in your district. And just make sure you're all on the same page. If you're gonna fund all of them, that's great. Just make sure you let me know by, 14th, except for District 4. Let's give them, maybe we can give them until Thursday or potentially even Friday.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, Thursday.
Thursday, hopefully.
Okay.
Okay. And will you mention, Mary Catherine, will you mention that in your email to the District 4 members?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Go ahead.
for clarification, sorry, the email's coming today.
Yes,
Is it going just to us or the whole board?
everybody.
Good.
Everybody. Yes.
Yeah, so, District 4 will get the District 4 applications, all the district, all three of those members. District 2 will get the District 2 applications. So you'll get you'll get the ones that you have to look at.
And I'm gonna ask, and you'll include this in your email, I think, because I think I read your email already. If you guys have questions on the applications, I'm gonna ask that you bombard me with those, and obviously that way, then I will communicate directly with Mary Catherine, and if I need her to communicate with you directly, I'll do that, but otherwise I'll be the sort of the go-between, just to keep some of the pressure off the finance staff.
Happy to do that, but we had a ton of questions and we needed a lot of help from the state's attorney's office. Does that also go for them?
Yeah, please come
Or-
through me too, and I'll work
Okay.
through Connor
So
as
for
well. And,
both, go through you.
at a minimum, I may just say, Connor, can you reach out to Lynn? I'm not gonna try to be the go-between for
Got
a
it.
million questions,
Okay.
but it'll at least keep some of the pressure off
Great.
the staff, so. Okay, any other questions? Thank you very much, thank you. So, all right, on to new business, any new business? All right, without objection, we are adjourned, thank you so much.